Those Were the Days is filmed before a live internet audience.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, TV friends, people who love the old classic tube, as we used to say. It's your friends from Those Were the Days here. Tonight we are doing an incredibly special episode in our long-awaited commercial extravaganza. That's right, it's episode 130 of this show. What better way to celebrate that wonderfully odd, well, I guess it's even, number that's talking about retro TV. So who could I celebrate this milestone with? None other than my wonderful friends across the nation. We'll start with Adi.
So it's 3 a.m. at an ad agency, and the team of a copywriter, an art director, and an account executive are all working on a new campaign pitch due tomorrow. Suddenly, a genie appears and says, "Because you've all been working so hard, I will grant each of you one wish." He turns to the art director, who says, "I want to be the world's greatest painter. I want to live in Paris and sell paintings to rich people at $1 million a pop." The genie snaps his fingers and the art director disappears. The genie turns to the copywriter. "I want to be the world's most successful screenwriter, living in Hollywood and selling Oscar-winning screenplays." The genie snaps his fingers and the copywriter disappears. Finally, he turns to the account executive and the account executive says, "I want those two a-holes back here right now."
I love it. And probably chewing a stick of gum. It's Travis.
This Monday, it's an all-commercial episode. You'll pay for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
And finally coming in from the parking lot of Big Danny's Ford dealership, we've got Amy.
I don't have anything. I got nothing. I feel like one of those local furniture ads where it's just like a guy in a store going, "Yeah."
I remember we used to have this guy in West Virginia commercial, Allen's Furniture, and he would point like with every punctuation of every word.
Yes.
We got couches, we got lazy boy, we got TV centers. Be there. He had a strong accent. Yeah, it was a lot.
Local furniture is the best, man.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
Absolutely.
we are here tonight to celebrate those classic, wonderful moments in retro TV. I'm really just buying time because the music keeps playing and I don't know how to stop it.
I mean, here's one of the interesting things, right? Like nowadays, a lot of our lexicon comes from whatever like meme is going around, right? Like we pick up phrases from these little cultural touchstones. Which I've just watched a new film on Netflix, and it will become my personality for the next 3 to 6 months. So that's but back in the day, right? It was commercials. Like my dad,
Absolutely
like I
was.
put a commercial in our little thing that my dad like still says this tagline just in conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Just
100%.
for no
100%.
reason. Like that's what we did.
Mhm.
Because you're not watching the YouTube ads, and they're not interesting.
No,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
really not.
Absolutely.
Like I'm
They are
muting
not
it.
at all.
I'm 30 seconding on my podcatcher. Like I'm not. This is not it.
Yeah, we
the
didn't
same.
have now we don't have. I was talking to my wife about this. They're the cultural bits of commercials like that work their way into your lexicon, like you were saying. Like
Yeah.
how many Super Bowl commercials were talked about
Mhm.
endlessly? How many people were walking around the water cooler saying, "Hey, did you see that new Geico commercial?" Like, I mean,
Yep.
so many things. I mean, an entire character was born out of ad placement across the country, for and we'll get to that, spoiler alert, but there's movies based on this particular ad salesman.
Mhm.
I mean, this is it was a whole world that we have in large parts lost to ad blockers and the $3 premium plan on all the streamers. We don't have to see them.
And
just
even when
TV in
you
general.
have, but even when you have the ad-supported tiers of streamers now, which I do still watch some of, the ads are basically either ads for their service or it's in the States anyway. It's pharmaceutical ads,
Yeah.
and
Sure.
they're terrible.
Can I
Okay,
just
but
say,
Twitch is showing me an ad for the Dogman movie, and it does look phenomenal.
It's great. Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah, it was good.
It's all right. But nothing drives me more crazy than sitting through an advertisement on a streaming service for the streaming service I'm watching.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm already here, man.
I'm here.
Yep.
I'm here. You get
Tell me
my
something else.
$15.
You've already got my money.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we decided a long time ago. We've been talking about this since like episode 40 of our show. Like, we
We
should do
threw it
retro
around as
commercials.
maybe a thing to do at Dragon Con too.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we did.
Mhm.
And but we're going to be taking a hiatus, just so everyone knows, for a month or so, to give us all some time to regroup. We've been watching one episode of TV almost every week for the past 3 years, and we're just like,
Mhm.
maybe
Yeah.
if we took a
Little
minute,
break.
just to
Mhm.
not have to worry about that, that would be good. So to celebrate taking a quick break, we're going to celebrate all the shows that took a break and gave us some gifts. And I think we can go ahead and kick this thing off. I've got our first commercial primed up and ready to go. You may recognize this one. It's Grey Poupon from 1981.
The finer things in life. Happily, some are affordable, like Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. Grey Poupon is so fine, it's even made with white wine. Its original French Dijon recipe adds distinctive flavor to beef, pork, and poultry, salad dressing and sauces, and of course, sandwiches. So enjoy one of life's finer pleasures.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?
But of course.
Grey Poupon. It even has wine.
I
I've
love that.
forgotten about the It Even Has Wine. I
Me
didn't
too.
remember It Even Has Wine.
I did not remember that either.
Oh, I didn't either.
British
But of course, at the end of it.
I remember the but of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You remember it was also a joke in Wayne's World.
It
That
was.
was
Oh,
creeped
yeah.
into movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how ridiculous is that commercial though? That it's like it's mustard.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
sure it's
And
fine.
don't get me
mustard.
wrong, like it's Dijon mustard and it's
Right.
good, but that commercial made it into just like the thing.
Mhm.
If you had Grey Poupon, oh, you were fancy.
Oh
And
yeah.
so was fancy. I mean, I didn't put this one in our group of commercials, but like I feel like Grey Poupon, and then the other one was the Lady Remington shaver because it said it was the perfect gift, and I forced my father to purchase it for my mother for Christmas because they said it was the perfect gift. So she opened it, was very confused as to why she had gotten an electric razor, and my father had to explain it to her. So the Grey
Yeah.
Poupon one was also equally just ingrained
Mhm.
in my head to the point where I don't think I've ever had Grey Poupon because I am simply not that fancy.
Yeah.
I'm a
You're not-
French's yellow.
You're not
Like I'm
missing
not
anything.
ashamed.
You're fine.
Yeah. I don't think I ever had it either, but I do
does-
remember
But
being
it's
a
got
kid.
wine.
Right.
Yeah.
This almost also made me think of the what was that ice cream that was like supposed to be the fancy ice cream?
Was it Haagen-Dazs?
No, it was like
no, there
a
was
layered
another
chocolate
one.
with
Oh,
you
I
know,
know what
when
you're
they-
talking about. I can't think of what
they-
it is.
They
Yeah.
cut a chunk off like it was cake with a silver thing, and
Oh, Viennetta.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, wow.
Viennetta. I just ate the Friendly's Jubilee roll. That's where I was at. See, this is what I'm saying. But
Mhm.
Viennetta,
Mhm.
Viennetta, Grey Poupon, and Ferrero Rocher. Those are your
Oh.
pinnacle of
Ferrero
pinnacle of
Rocher.
fancy.
Yep.
Those commercials
right.
made you feel like
Ah.
you had money if you could buy that thing. You were like,
Right?
oh yeah, get out of the way,
Yeah.
Prince Charles. I'm got
Nothing has
Ferrero
changed.
Mhm.
No, it really hasn't.
All right,
It
let's.
really has
Who
not.
brought us that one, by the way?
That was one of mine.
That was one of Audie's. Nice pick.
I was on a
Here's-
tear and just dumped a bunch of them last night. So
Excellent.
I know, I was in there yesterday afternoon and I was getting worried. I was like, oh, could be a short show.
Yep. No, we got plenty. Here's
No,
another
we got
one.
tons.
Ragu introduces Chicken Tonight simmer sauces, and suddenly everybody's saying,
I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight, chicken tonight.
choose from 4 new sauces. Each one's made with real vegetables and herbs, so you can make dishes like country French chicken and chicken cacciatore. Just brown the chicken, simmer, and serve.
I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight.
New Chicken Tonight simmer sauces from Ragu.
chicken tonight.
Oh man.
We're like
my
sleeper
gosh.
agents.
I know, just
Rent.
activated.
Rent free in my head. And
Could
here's the
not have
thing:
told you that that was a thing that existed. But
never have I ever had chicken tonight. Never,
I
never had
believe
that.
I had chicken
No.
tonight.
But I know the commercial and I know
Oh,
that
yeah.
jingle.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a joy, old chicken tonight. I just remember seeing that on TV all the time, and I would walk around the living room like, yeah. No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
never ate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You know, we never
Yeah.
ate chicken tonight, but we had it. So anyway, it was a great time. Let's get another one out the door. Whoops, I don't
And
want to
just
show you the
for-
secrets.
I was gonna say, for people who can't see anything, Steven's got his own little whirly doos going on behind the scenes to figure out what we're gonna watch. So-
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, I do. And I just
and
learned
that
that
is the technical term for it, whirly.
hey,
Early days.
I learned that my mechanism for deleting the ones we've seen is broken. So it's just been deleting a random one every time I hit the backspace button. So it's fine because one of you helpful people is actually checking
I'm highlighting the ones we've done,
highlighting the
yes.
ones in the spreadsheet.
got
So
you.
worst case, we just fudge the spinner. It's fine.
Incredible.
It's a team effort.
Teamwork. All right, let's watch this one.
On the football field, I can smell fear a mile away. And here I smell fear too. And it stinks.
But I ain't it. I'm afraid to try Zest body wash.
Listen, smelly boy, Zest gets you cleaner, more refreshed.
But I ain't it. I need some serious lather.
Look here, it takes 9 bars to get as much cleaner rinsing lather as Zest body wash with lather thingy.
Get cleaner, more refreshed with Zest Body Wash.
Now that's fully clean.
Oh my goodness.
With lather thingy.
Wow.
So
Wow.
this is
Love
one I
it
put in
so
there.
much.
So here was the thing. The commercial I actually remember was slightly different. This was another one of them, but it was Zest Body Wash. This was he was an NFL player, Craig Ironhead Hayward. And the commercial that I remember, he talked about the lather builder because it's just a loofah that came with
Yeah.
the Zest Body
Right.
Wash.
Yeah, it was
Only
the
in that-
beginning of the mesh
Yeah.
thing.
But it was the
But only girls were
well,
using it, so
right. And in the
Right.
commercial, he even says like, "But Ironhead, what's this thingy?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Shut up, fool! That's a lather builder." Like,
yeah.
just rent free in my head. This commercial lives there. I've not used Zest in I don't know how long, but I
Yeah.
remember that commercial
I remember
because it
the
was just.
other-
I remember
trying
the
so
jingle.
hard.
Yeah, the jingle.
Yeah.
You're not
commercial.
fully clean unless you're zest fully clean.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love this one because
We
it
would be
reminds
great
you
at
of
bar
those.
trivia.
This reminds you of those days when it was comparison. It's like this one soap is equal to 7 of the leading brand
Yeah.
soaps,
Mhm.
or
Which
whatever.
is why now, when I go to purchase paper towels, it's like 6 equals 24. And I'm like, it doesn't. No.
That's not how it
It's-
works.
It's not. Just tell me how many's in there, bud.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, that was a good one. Next up, we've got a toy I played with a lot. Here we go.
This is the Micro Machine Man, presenting the most midget miniature motorcade of Micro Machines. Each one has dramatic details, terrific trim, precision paint jobs, plus incredible Micro Machine pocket playsets. There's a police station, fire station, restaurant, service station, and more. Perfect pocket portables to take any place. And there are many miniature playsets to play with, and each one comes with its own special edition Micro Machine vehicle and fun, fantastic features that miraculously move. Raise the boat lift at the airport marina, man the gun turret at the army base, clean your car at the car wash, raise the toll bridge. And these playsets fit together to form a Micro Machine world. Micro Machine pocket playsets, so tremendously tiny, so perfectly precise, so dazzlingly detailed, you'll want to pocket them all. Micro Machines and Micro Machine pocket playsets sold separately from Galoob. The smaller they are, the better they are.
Oh man, from Galoob.
From Galoob.
Galoob.
Galoob had all
My-
the best stuff.
They really
My
do.
heart rate went up like 30%.
I know, I'm like,
just listening
so-
to him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good news. He's still with us. I'm
Oh
so
man,
glad.
Oh,
that's
Yes.
great.
nice.
What
Okay,
con
good.
is he going to be at this year?
I know, right?
Those commercials. So I had tons of Micro Machines.
Same.
Yeah.
So many of them.
Absolutely.
And I loved those commercials. And he branched out and did other stuff eventually,
Mhm.
but he was always the Micro Machine guy.
Okay,
Right.
in 1986, he recorded a spoken word album entitled 10 Classics in 10 Minutes.
Oh my
In this
god.
recording, he
Wow.
summarizes 10 classic literary tales in 1 minute each. The collection includes stories such as Moby Dick, Romeo and Juliet, The Great Gatsby, Gone with the Wind, and The Grapes of Wrath.
Oh my god,
Oh, that
Moby
is
Dick's like
fantastic.
600 pages.
It's so many yeah, but it's really like a man and a whale. Isn't
Oh
it?
yeah,
We're
yeah.
good.
It's a very simple story. That's
It's just him reading the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah.
Also, when he did voice work for Transformers, was one of my favorite things.
Oh right.
Oh,
Lord.
he did a voice in Adventure Time.
what is
That's
Oh, nice.
exciting.
what about Micro Machines makes them go? We need to talk really fast. Like
It's
why
just
is small?
You know, like when you shrink it
fast.
down, I don't know. I mean,
I
makes
understand it
sense in
if
my
it's small.
head.
Like a mouse talks
Right.
really fast, but why? Why do they talk really fast?
because an elephant talks really, really slow.
You got it.
Obviously.
This has to do with heartbeat, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, this
Yeah.
dude, that was unbelievable, and they could have gone cheap and just sped up somebody talking normally, but they didn't do that.
Right.
So
Nope.
kudos to Galoob. Also, Galoob, thank you for the game genie, or I never would have
Yes.
beaten Zelda. So I appreciate what you've done
Yeah.
for us as a
Or-
society. All right, next up, let's do it.
After these messages, we'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
That was a good one.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Those are good. Those are good.
I had to put
So
those in there.
good.
I've used those for like taking off a week or something here or
Yeah.
there when something went wrong or somebody had to
Mhm.
go out. I had to put that one in there and had to put all of those in there because there were so many good ones.
Yeah.
I
Those
love
were
the
great. Like,
claymation.
that was
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mhm.
and that was just every Saturday morning
Yep.
watching
Yeah.
cartoons and those bumpers.
Yeah.
And that's when you knew you could go get more Cheerios.
Exactly.
It's like the teaser for the commercial, so you had a little bit of extra time.
Mhm.
Man, they made that jingle work though. I mean, it had
Mhm.
you could have gone anywhere with that thing. That's pretty great.
My favorite of them though has to be the dog and the fire hydrant.
It's really good.
That one's good. The water, well done. I
Yeah.
mean that's great. The animation too reminds me of Inside Out Boy. You remember him from Nickelodeon? Amy wouldn't.
Vaguely, yes,
Vaguely.
I do.
He went over the bar on the swing set. He turned inside out, and then he was like, "Inside Out
okay.
Boy." Someone in the chat remembers. Those were the days show at gmail.com. Make me feel awesome by telling me you know what I'm talking about. All right, here we go.
Able to pick up good yardage on the play. The best part of this defense is their defensive line and their interior
Hello?
linebackers.
Hey, who? What's up? Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a bud. What's up with you? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud. True. True. What's up? What's up? Yo, who's that? Yo, pick up the phone. Hello? What's that? What's up? Yo, where's Dookie? Yo, Dookie. Yo. What's that? What's that? Hold on. Hello? So what's up, B? Watching the game, having a bud. True. True.
This commercial set us back as a species for a good like 2-3 years. Like
It really did.
This is,
really
It's
did.
this
like-
is the one I will admit I still say now and then. And there's certain people that I could say it with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
pop right on it.
yeah. If you're from a certain time and place, it's that's how it works. What I love about this commercial is it is so retro because they're all picking up the phone in the same house
Right.
Yeah.
to
See,
do it.
kids, back in the day, you had a phone line to a house. And all
they're
the
coming
phones
back.
plugged
It's a
into
new
the house
thing.
were
It's
one
becoming
line.
trendy again.
Oh boy.
Audie, I like that you felt the need to explain it to like the 3 people that
I
like
know.
watch this show. that
They're
don't remember.
definitely over
be
40 years
surprised
old.
Who might be listening and have no idea what we're actually talking about. I remember there was a kid working at the sign shop I worked at that didn't understand internet before now at all. Like I had to explain to him what dial-up was
Yeah.
and how it worked.
I just know there's some middle school kid out there like, this week I did my project on old TV, and I would like to cite those were the days
Yeah.
for giving me the information I need.
If we can ever become a cited source on somebody's report, I will retire at that point. That will be the pinnacle. I will never get better than that.
Jackpot. Oh yeah, Skeezix 83, the rotary phone hanging on the wall. Yeah.
Heck yeah. There's still like there is a in the house that I currently live in, that was built in the 70s. There is still like the phone jack on the kitchen wall that I did hang a piece of art over.
Oh, yeah.
I did think about getting a phone, like it would never be hooked up, but I did think about just putting a phone on the wall. But I decided against it.
Oh, what
Look,
a
I'm
I
not
didn't
going
want
to
someone
say
trying to use it in an emergency.
I'm not going to say that I've spent an unreasonable amount of time researching how to make my Google Voice number ring to an old style Cortelco telephone, but I definitely have wasted hours trying to figure out how to do it.
Okay, remember the magazine drive at school? Did you guys have that? Like a
I don't
magazine
remember.
drive where you had to sell magazine
Yeah.
subscriptions and
Yes.
you get
Oh,
points for the catalog.
Yes.
Yeah, I got one of those clear phones.
Yeah,
Oh,
Clarissa
so
explains it
yeah.
all phone.
Yeah, those are real good.
Yeah. Everything had to be clear
Was-
in the 90s.
The
I
clear
think we should
phone
bring it
or the
back.
hamburger phone?
I feel like we as a people would be better if we brought back the clear plastic aesthetic.
I think you're right. I think we're onto something. We can make that happen.
That'd
All
be
right, let's
nice.
go.
Hey, I'm the guy who makes 7-Up. I also write the advertising. I just came up with a great new slogan. Make 7-Up yours. Make 7-Up yours. Thank you, I appreciate it. Make 7-Up yours, baby. People just love it. Make 7-Up yours! Hey, my man, make 7-Up yours. Make 7-Up yours. Same to you. Same to me. You see, it's catching on already. Hey, make 7-Up yours, man. Oh, we going global with this baby.
That was the first intro I ever had to Orlando Jones. Probably most
No,
people.
it doesn't matter. It does not matter what I see Orlando Jones in. He's the make 7-Up yours guy.
He knows
Always
that
the
too, I'm sure.
first
I'm sure
thing.
he does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean and he's great. I love him in so many things, but it
Oh,
just
yeah.
immediately I think of that commercial with him.
Yeah, he's
I had forgotten about
absolutely
that
great.
one.
That's another one that was in the conversation and actually produced real T-shirts. You could buy them at like Hot Topic or Spencer's or whatever to make 7-Up your shirt. That's great.
Oh, for
I
sure.
don't know how that one got by standards and practices, but it did.
I mean, there's some others we'll talk about, but
Oh yeah, we got him. Let's go back to an oldie but a goodie here from back in the day. I like this one.
I don't wanna grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't wanna grow up,
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
they got the best for so much less.
You'll really flip your lid.
Some bikes too, trains too, video games. It's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz! I don't wanna grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
Once a Toys R Us kid?
Always a Toys R Us kid.
Oh man, the toy
Hats
store.
off to a real one, man.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh, when you had to go to a store to find toys.
okay. Here's the thing, though. Who else remembers their competitor and had that
KB
closer?
toys.
KB toys.
I remember KB,
Lionel
yeah.
Playworld.
Mm.
Whoa. I don't remember that one.
I think that might have been a southern thing. I'm not sure.
Maybe
We had
it may have
KB
been more
toys
regional.
here.
Yeah, we had KB
I know
toys.
KB toys, but
His KB
distinctly
toys was
remember.
at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Toys R Us was freestanding and
Right.
bigger.
Yeah.
We did
But if
not
you were
have a
at the
Toys R Us. I had only been to a Toys R Us once, and that was on like a Christmas trip to my aunt and uncle's house in southern Michigan. Like 3 hours away by car.
Yeah,
we
it was
didn't
like the
have one
place
in my
you
hometown until I
drove
was an
to.
adult. Yeah.
I just remember when I was a kid, like there was a Toys R Us and a Best Buy right next to each other in Athens, Georgia. And I would go to Toys R Us, and then when I came a certain age, Best Buy is where we'd go. And when my sister was born, and like we'd go to both. So I get to go to Best Buy for me and poke around at the computer stuff, and then go to Toys R Us and poke around at this Toys R Us stuff. It was great. I think I got a game or a console from a Tallahassee Toys R Us once because it was when everybody had forgotten about it. Like talking early 2000s, like mid-aughts.
Oh yeah.
you could start finding consoles no one could find at Toys R Us because everybody forgot about it. There was too many other stores to go to, which was pretty great. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Lionel Playworld, for those who know or remember it, was one that had like a kangaroo for a mascot.
I don't remember that one. Because I grew up not far from where you were, and I don't remember Lionel Playworld.
I've heard of that. I don't think I've ever been into one or ever went into one as a kid. I just remember the first time going into a Toys R Us, having seen the commercials for years and always wanting and finally getting into it. And it like the doors opened and everything was shining and bright and you could hear the choirs of angels as I wandered through the store. Like, it was just phenomenal.
Yeah,
we for sure did not have one of these Lionel Playworlds near me because I was obsessed with kangaroos as a child. So I would have like shopped here exclusively.
Yeah.
It was founded in New York City. So
Lionel Playworld, I'm not going because they have the kangaroo.
Right.
I love the way kid brains work.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it. All right, this one's a good one.
But you've had a drink. Oh, what a time to think.
Wow, I could have had a V8.
With just one sip to go, that's the wrong time to know.
Wow, I could have had a V8.
V8 cocktail vegetable juice. What a great drink. Naturally low in calories, high in vitamins A and C, with a naturally delicious taste all its own. V8 juice makes goodness great.
Wow, I could have had a V8.
Okay, so this is the one. My father will slap his forehead and say I could have had a V8 out of nowhere. Just in a conversation. Just still doing it in the year 2025.
Phenomenal.
Oh, that
is
so
so good.
Did anybody ever try V8 back in the day?
Oh yeah, my grandma always had V8 in the house.
Yeah,
in
it's a
her
real
house.
easy way to
And
make a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I mean it is.
Good nuts.
I didn't hate it, and I think it was the memory of like my grandma's house always had V8. She had Diet Cherry 7-Up,
Whoa,
which is the worst soda
that
ever
sounds
made.
terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad. And Cracklin' Oat Bran is for cereal.
Oh yeah,
We could do an entire cereal episode.
we could.
We really could. We
Okay.
My
really
thing
could.
with V8 was because it came in the tiny cans.
Right. Yeah.
Tiny cans peel top.
Right.
That and pineapple juice. Tiny cans
Yes.
peel top.
Ooh, yeah. Good stuff. Now I'm thirsty. All right. Here we go. Next one.
It's sometime in the future. The ultimate challenge.
Crossfire.
Crossfire! You get caught! Crossfire! Crossfire! You get caught! Crossfire! Crossfire! You'll get caught up in it.
I mean,
Crossfire walked so Beyblade could run. This
oh yeah.
this is good stuff.
There's a
That
Go ahead, Travis.
I was just gonna say that commercial did not have to go so hard.
It
but
was
did.
that
That
was
was
the entire marketing budget on that commercial.
It's perfectly timed for this because I recently found a comedian whose whole bit for the joke was explaining this very commercial exactly as it is. Talking about the future where these kids come in and shoot
It's
marbles
so
at fidget
good.
spinners and stuff. And I'm like,
I mean, there was
They're
lightning.
clearly tops.
It was there were
Yeah.
leather jackets. It was
It was something else.
and in his
wanted
bit,
it.
he's explaining the toy actually was created in the 70s and revived because of this commercial.
wow. Wait, this
Amazing.
revived because like they wanted to make this commercial, so they made.
They wanted to sell the
remade
toy and they made this commercial for it. So
It worked.
Incredible.
I mean, it was hardcore because this was at that time when like Sega Genesis was doing the hard edge commercials. Like,
Oh yeah.
Sega, everything was getting louder, yelling, and aggressive.
and I
This is
definitely
Mad Max for like middle schoolers.
It is.
Yeah, it
And
really, really was.
I definitely remember wanting it. I definitely remember a friend getting it, and I definitely remember it being not anywhere close to what the commercial made it out to be.
No,
very little
no, not at all.
lighting.
That was such a letdown of a game the second you played it. Like that's
why
what
you're
this
like,
is.
That's all. We just dink, dink, dink.
Where's the
Okay.
lightning at?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So we'll get to a specific commercial at some point, but my mom was amazing because when I would see a commercial for a thing and would want the thing, then we would go to the store and we would look at the thing and we would discuss how it was maybe not quite what they had shown in the commercial. And I thank her for that. I mean, I've lost that impulse control, but I do appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll never forget the Christmas. We got like 2 cool add-ons for my consoles. Like one of them was this ring you stood in for the Sega Genesis, so you could play Mortal Kombat and you could actually like punch and kick. It was total trash. It just did not work. So we took it back and got a Super Scope because it was like the same money for the SNES. And I played like a Terminator game, and that was also trash. So we took that back, and I think I just got something else.
Yeah.
I had the one Christmas I got the for the NES, the U-Force. Which was also complete garbage. It was like a laptop type thing. Like you open it up like a clamshell.
Yeah.
And you were supposed to be able to do like motion control on that. Like punch out or use your hand to move stuff around. Yeah. Did not work whatsoever.
This is why we don't trust motion controls today. Like, it's been 30
no,
years and we're still like, no.
Just because we saw the Power Glove in The Wizard doesn't mean it works that well at all.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I thought was it Xbox Connect?
It was
Is
pretty
that the
good.
one?
Yes. It was
That
pretty
one
good.
was pretty good because it was
That one
just
was okay.
it's just lasers. It was just like I see you.
Yes.
You're all set
Yeah,
now.
we got the Xbox with a Connect when the twins were born, so it made real easy to actually do Skype calls with people.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
One nice thing about it.
The grown-up version
The-
of using the toy. This is great for business calls. I can expense it. Next up.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, robots in disguise.
Attack the Autobot commander! Call in the Decepticon leader!
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Transformers from Hasbro.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that song, man.
Lord.
Did that,
That
song ever
song-
make an appearance in any of the Michael Bay movies at all? Like,
Oh, the Michael
even
Bay
a
ones? No.
mix mash of
I don't
it?
think so.
Like, you know how Spider-Man's
not sure.
theme worked his way into the Spider-Man movies?
Yeah.
Probably because Michael
I'm not
Bay's
sure.
not as clever as the...
I don't think it made it into the movies. It may have made it into like one of the added-on songs at the end with the credits. And
Could
stuff.
have, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean,
I just
it
loved-
definitely
I
was in
loved
the
those-
animated movie for sure.
Those
Oh, yeah.
Transformers commercials were so great because they used the theme song from the cartoon
Mhm.
for the commercial.
Yep.
They had the voice modulation that they would dub over the kid,
Yeah.
which got more and more unhinged as the commercials went on. Like in this one, he's just kind of doing the one squinty eye thing, but later on they would like make his eyes glow,
Right.
and it was frightening.
Now,
And then they had the trailer voice guy at the end of it, like Transformers from Hasbro.
Mhm.
to their
Yeah, for
credit,
sure.
they do show like how
The
it
toy.
actually works.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
do show a kid
Mhm.
folding a toy. Like
Right.
that is rare.
Yeah.
It'll take you through all the steps, but it's close. So
Yeah.
But that's also when it took like 5 steps back then, where it takes like 30 for them now.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And how many of you wanted Transformers, but your parents got you GoBots?
Oh, I had both.
No, I for sure
I
I
never had
had
any.
I had the Optimus Prime.
The GoBots were cheaper. That's what I ended up with.
Well,
And
yeah,
it was still
GoBots
cool.
were
They were
cheaper.
good.
I had those first, and I
Mhm.
loved the GoBots, and I loved the show, the challenge of the GoBots. We're going
Right.
to cover that at some point. I'm just telling
Yeah, we
you
are.
right now.
Incredible.
Absolutely.
But I also had Transformers, and while I could never solve a Rubik's Cube, I could do Transformers behind my back blindfolded.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get into Transformers until my son was born. Got into Transformers. Then I'm the one at Target going, do you have this one yet? We should get this one. This one takes 35 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
And
like,
if you
I can't do that. I'm like, I
gonna
can
say,
help.
You go down the rabbit hole of what Transformers types, all kinds of Transformer versions there
Oh,
are
yeah.
now, like of like the Generation 1 action figures, like looking like the actual robots, but then transforming into the actual vehicles, and the 50,000 points of articulation to make that transformation.
It's awesome.
Crazy.
We spent 2 years waiting for them to release each of the Constructicons from the movie, like to
Mhm.
build Devastator. the giant like multi-transformer.
Oh yeah.
We spent all this time and all this money getting these pieces. We put together the Devastator. We're like, this is awesome. And then went to like move it, and it was just so cumbersome. This massive thing. And Sam was like, "Can we take it back apart again?" I'm like, "We just got it together for the. What are you talking about?" It was wonderful.
And
All
just
right.
that movie where all of the Transformers were killed off so they could sell the next generation of toys.
Yes.
Kids do not understand.
They don't get it. That was a marketing tool. All right, next up, let's go.
Introducing extra sugar-free gum from Wrigley's.
Extra flavor, extra fun, it is sugar-free gum.
Extra, Wrigley's new sugar-free gum with NutraSweet gives you extra refreshing flavor that lasts an extra, extra, extra long time.
Extra flavor for that extra long haul. Extra flavor for that extra long call. Wrigley's Extra, the extra fresh flavor lasts an extra, extra, extra long time.
Try extra sugar-free gum from Wrigley's.
I love everything in that commercial. It's something you would never like. They don't do like the chew it. You're not gonna. I don't know where I'm going. There's plenty of things.
We have a lot. I feel like we should warn people. We have a lot of gum commercials.
Yeah, we do. They're the best
Gum
jingles.
commercials were a big thing, man.
Yeah. So this was my brand. I feel like, right? Like, because when you're a kid, like grown-ups have their cigarette brand, right? Kids, you got your gum brand. I was an extra. That was my brand.
That's a good one.
And then the silver
about that.
wrappers, you could peel the paper off the back, and the foily bit would be sticky, and you could silver leaf things to the point where my father, again, I was at their house recently, and I went downstairs into the basement where he has his workshop, and on his desk is a calculator from middle school that it has my name sticker still on it, and half of the case, right? Because this is one of the slidey ones, right? It's got the slidey case on it. Half of the outside case is foiled with extra gum wrapper foils.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Incredible.
That's amazing.
I just love how gum is like also kind of the kids' perfume commercial. Because it's just showing what you'd feel like if you were chewing it, which is like you're on the rapids, driving a big truck on the phone for a long time. like that's how, and you're gonna be smiling because you've got a fresh mouth from your extra sugar-free gum.
Sugar-free.
Yep.
Yeah. No one. That
Well,
would
gum. You want gum to be sugar-free.
You do.
Like, I'll give you that one.
Oh, sure.
You don't want that all up in your teeth, rotting them out and stuff. I didn't prep the next one. Here we go. We're going in just a second as it loads. Here we go.
Wow, you've got My Little Pony Paradise Estate. Isn't it beautiful? Imagine living there. There are so many rooms. It's the perfect pony estate. Where's Megan? Look, there's Megan by the swimming pool.
My little pony, living so great in the new Paradise Estate.
I'm going to live here with all my little ponies. It really is paradise.
My Little Pony Paradise Estate comes with what you see here from Hasbro.
Okay, listen, gang. You know the G.I. Joe helicarrier? This was my G.I. Joe helicarrier. And you know what? I got it for my birthday.
Oh my
My
God.
dad had to assemble it. It was like a whole thing. That fountain had a button that you pushed and water came out. It was so good. I loved My Little Pony when I was a kid. I had so many ponies, and I got the Pony Paradise Estate. That was like my one, right?
Yeah, the one thing.
Like there were a lot of toys that didn't live up to the hype, but that one I got. And I loved it. I loved it to pieces.
I lived in a house where I had a sister who was also the middle child. There were a lot of My Little Ponies in our house.
I had a My Little Pony, and I'm a boy, and I was like, I want a horse.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's this
they're
stamp on
great.
its butt mean? Don't care. I got a horse. And it was great. So I loved the My Little Ponies.
My Little Ponies really come around. Like something about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cartoon and every franchise and everything. And then I mean, my boys were into the Friendship is Magic version.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
movie and all that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, this was as close as I ever got to being a horse girl. I was never a horse girl, but I was a My Little Pony girl. And now, like, every now and then a video will come through my feed of, like, a real human woman my age who has, like, a real actual horse. And they have, like, a stencil and, like, you know, skin safe glue and skin safe glitter. And they put the little cutie mark on their real horse's butt. And I'm like, yes, this is the dream that we all had 30 years ago. We're doing it now.
We have a disposable income. Let's go.
Let's go.
We can eat cake for breakfast. All right. Here comes our next one.
It certainly is a big bun.
It's a very big bun.
Big, fluffy bun.
It's a very big, fluffy bun.
Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
That commercial has the air of like, let's just get some old ladies and tell them there's like a kitchen and just record their responses. It's like a candid camera because that lady is not acting. She's deliberate. She's actually upset. I believe it.
I love Clara. Clara's amazing.
Like, we modestly talk about our burgers.
Yes, which we modestly call a single.
I mean, it does hang over the edge of the bun.
It does.
If you've ever, there's a video that goes around from, I think it's from like the 90s or early 2000s. It's like the Wendy's training video.
Yeah.
About how to make the Wendy burger. It's really good.
I mean,
listen, Wendy's was the fast food place that was like upscale because if you remember the Wendy's Super Bar.
Yep.
I don't know if any of you remember that or not.
Uh-huh.
But like that was a special treat to go to Wendy's for the Super Bar. You know, back in the day when we liked that kind of thing.
The edge of the, you know, I guess you could call it a restaurant, you know, where you'd step down into the special area.
Oh, yeah.
Felt special because you had to step down some steps to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
I still love Wendy's. If I have to pick a fast food restaurant, it's like a nationwide chain. Wendy's is pretty good, you know.
Yeah,
it's
I
everywhere.
did get some
really good deals.
I did get some mild food poisoning from mine about a week ago. But
you can't recover from that. That sucks.
I mean,
the thing for me with Wendy's is of the national fast food chains, Wendy's is the most roll the dice when you go to one that you've never been to before.
That's true.
Because it could be great, or it could be the worst run Wendy's in history, and like just it's terrible. And you never
They're
know.
also not great as a company.
Yeah, when we
with
lived
their
in
donation records, it's not good.
Pretty bad.
The one in Thompson outside Augusta made me hate Wendy's because it was terrible every time, all the time. Always got our order wrong. Everything was just not good. It was just like, no, I'm not going there.
It's definitely a hit or miss kind of establishment. There's no consistency. It's not like Chick-fil-A's got consistency. You go to one, you know you're generally going to get your order right. You go to Wendy's or Arby's or whatever, and you're like, maybe I'll get it right, but who knows? All right,
guys, I'm learning a lot about Clara from the Wikipedia. And there was a whole scandal where Prego hired her to do a commercial for their sauce with meat in it. And the bit of the thing was like, I found it. I really found it. And there was like a whole thing, and Wendy's fired her. And she responded, I've made them millions and they don't appreciate me. And I love this woman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Incredible.
Oh, go for it. All right, here we go. Here's our next one.
Hey, Vern, what y'all having for lunch? Wow, Blake's Lotta Burgers and a Coke. They're humongous, Vern, and big, too, with a lot of great taste, and a lot of cheese, and a lot of tomatoes, and a lot of pickles, and a lot of green chilies. These Lotta Burgers have got it all. My buddy Blake ought to call these a lot of everything, know what I mean? Burn my hand, burn my bowling hand.
So that I brought that commercial more for I don't know what
did.
Blake's Lotta Burger is.
No.
But that was more because a national treasure was born out of an advertising campaign for who knows? I mean, it was just
not the other way around.
Yeah, it's
Madness.
wild.
He Ernest got started with a ton of regional commercials. It was the Lottaburger. It was like all these little commercials, and then it went nationwide. The one I always remember that I saw him on a lot was ABC Warehouse.
Oh yeah.
Was a big one.
There's an ice cream one he did that I remember. There's ice cream and milk or something that he was always talking about. But what a weird story.
So Blake's is from New Mexico.
I was gonna say green chilies on the burger made me think like
I mean,
either Colorado or New Mexico.
Like now you wouldn't think anything of it being literally anywhere, but
what's wild is like that's in New Mexico, but he shot all these like in the Southeast. I think they were in Kentucky or somewhere around there.
Something like that, yeah.
Like all these commercials were shot out of a house. Yeah, Nashville. So he did all this stuff, and he was just so popular at selling the things. You don't have that now. There's no like ad guy. The closest thing we probably had was like Billy Mays doing OxyClean and stuff.
Oh, what is it? There's one that comes to mind and I can't think of it. It's like all I'm seeing is red. What is he? He sells.
I think I know who you're talking
Clearly
about.
memorable.
But like, but just the fact that he went from commercials, regional commercials, to national commercials, to television, and then movies, like. And this character, we did not deserve Jim Varney.
No, we didn't.
He was, by all accounts, one of the kindest people ever. Like, and I there's a documentary coming out about him, and I've posted the trailer in a couple of different places, and I'm going to watch it. But
Jake
I'm
from
also
State Farm, by the way.
That's it.
Oh,
yeah.
Jake from State Farm
is another character guy. Yeah, what I loved, one of the stories I loved the most about Ernest was that Disney had this event at Disney World, and more people cheered for Ernest than cheered for Mickey Mouse. And that's when he got his deal to make Ernest Goes to Camp, because Disney was like, what is happening?
Oh.
They lost it. We're like, hold on. I'm so confused.
I just saw something about the song he sung in that movie, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Underappreciated for sure.
It's funny you said Milk, and I can't think of him and Milk without thinking of Ernest Scared Stupid.
Miak.
So.
Oh yeah,
yeah. My wife still calls Milk Miak because of that.
I still say that. Yeah.
Oh,
official, authentic Bulgarian.
Authentic Bulgarian Miak. But you didn't think I'd find it this time of year.
Oh, all right. Next up.
At the river mouth, the bears catch only the tastiest, most tender salmon. Which is exactly what we at John West want. John West endured the worst to bring you the best.
I had to drop this one in. I think this is one of the first commercials that I saw on the internet. You know, that like I wasn't local in any way and just went around.
I remember when it was going around on the internet, initially I thought it was an actual like documentary thing. And then the bears start like, wait, what am I watching? I think we actually, this was pre-YouTube. I think we downloaded this on like Kazaa or something. Like it was that popular that people were like, go get it.
Yeah. What was it?
And then you downloaded 4 things that were definitely not that before you got there.
Yeah.
It was a little bit before Kazaa became a cesspool of spyware and viruses. There was a pure time where you could go there and trust almost everything. And then it quickly got destroyed by everyone.
Definitely.
It was the early days of the internet, y'all. It was fun. All right, we got 2 of these. I'm just going to play both of these, the same company, back to back. We're going to play this one first.
We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
That one was great. That was the first commercial I ever sat there and just almost spit my drink out. I was laughing so hard.
With a not quite Tom Bodette voice.
Yeah.
Yes, not quite Tom Bodette is probably the right way to say that. All right, and here's a more recent one.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Oh yeah, this is another one that irrevocably changed my speech patterns for quite some time.
Oh
I
yeah.
hadn't forgotten about it though.
That was the one that I was like, we were talking afterwards last week. I was like, okay, I got to do something more modern because this one cannot be.
UK, no, it's got to be in.
And here's the funniest thing: anybody a fan of the show This Is Us?
I know of it.
The guy who plays Toby, bigger guy in that show, is the voice of this camel.
Amazing.
And it's one of those things where the voice doesn't fit the person at all, and then he does the voice, and you're like, how did that come out of your mouth? How did that work?
I love Geico because that first commercial, People Do Dumb Things, was the first time I think I saw a commercial campaign from an insurance company or from anywhere that made me laugh like that hard. And it made me hit at the right age. Like I'm a slapstick fan anyway, but it just came out of nowhere and I chuckled. And then that really changed the game for commercials. For like, what insurance company have you watched do a commercial that doesn't have an attempt at a joke in it? You know, now. I mean, I think there are a handful of commercials that just the ad world takes notice and goes, whoa, you can do that? And just completely changes the whole landscape.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? Khakis?
I think it's impressive that they've repeatedly done it in so many different ways. Like the camel commercial, like the caveman, like the gecko.
Yeah, and the caveman got tired and they let it go and moved on and started making even more better stuff.
Right. But Skizix brought up earlier in the chat, the Geico caveman got a sitcom.
Yeah.
Right.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Which is just bizarre beyond the bounds of rational thought.
Well, the the ad campaign with the caveman had already been on like 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Like it had come and gone before they ever decided to try a TV show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, so that was just them being a little late on the draw. But a
little bit.
But they were still phenomenal when they were happening. They were great.
That ad agency just put out one good commercial after another.
Yeah, just
which is
nailed it.
Incredible. An incredible string of stuff.
Really great string of stuff. All right, here we go. Here's another one.
Hot dog, please. How much you on that or what? No thanks. I got it covered.
Heinz ketchup. It's so rich, so thick. Why waste time with anything else? Heinz, the best things come to those who wait.
What am I watching?
Oh my goodness.
It was so tiny, but it's also a really, really sexy commercial. Like, yeah, that's the ketchup version of that Cindy Crawford Diet Coke thing they tried to do.
Right. Yeah.
I did threaten to get us a Tab commercial, and I didn't, and I'm sad.
Hey,
no Tab commercials? You had one job.
I know.
Come on.
To bring you the most sexist commercials outside of print, because the print ones get pretty wild.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, I remember this commercial and just, being like, oh, that'd be so cool to, do the ketchup bottle like that, until you realize, like, okay, what do you do when you're done? It's going to keep coming out.
There's just more ketchup
way
coming.
up there. Okay.
You know
you
what?
can't slide down all cool to get back up.
This is just a note about these commercials that I found interesting as we watch them. How well they're all framed for 4x3. Even the widescreen ones that I've gotten. The cameraman knows where the center of your television is. He knows how to communicate with you. And I've just taken notice of that as we've been playing these back and forth. It's pretty great. I got a couple in a row for another company here. I'm just going to play both of them because they're both majestic.
Ugh, I hate these big-ass prices.
Sounds like you could use some big-ass savings.
I'd love some big-ass savings.
Kmart Shop Your Way members save 30 cents a gallon.
30 cents a gallon? That's a big-ass discount.
Big-ass discount.
A really big-ass discount.
Really big-ass discount.
Honey, this solves your big-ass problem.
Totally solves my big-ass problem.
Dad, look at that big-ass truck.
Big-ass man.
Hello, big-ass man.
Shop Your Way members get big gas savings. Save 30 cents a gallon when you spend $50 or more at Kmart.
Oh,
So
really
that's
good.
right next to the Make 7 Up Yours commercial.
It's pretty
Yep.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the partner to that one.
Ship my pants. Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
It's just so good.
The ship my bed is the cherry on top.
That man is so happy. Oh, I don't remember those,
Yeah.
gang.
Oh,
I'm
seven
gonna
of
be
yours
real.
walks so Kmart shipping
Oh,
your
yeah.
pants
Yeah.
can run.
The
Yep.
last gasp
Holy
of a
cow.
dying brand was
Yep.
just tried
Yep.
so hard to get your
Yeah.
attention.
So I threw that one in because somebody mentioned it today to me on Instagram. It's like, it's a wonder they went out of business. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
probably because they
there's
spent all
just-
their money on advertising.
It was the ads because
The
if you
best
ever walked
advertising.
into a Kmart, it was like walking into just the filthiest warehouse you've ever been in. I'd never been into a
Mhm.
Kmart without the dirtiest floor and just like
Yeah.
ceiling tiles missing or falling down.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
was just a sad state of affairs in that place. That commercial
blue
makes it look
light.
like you were in J.C. Penney.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, which I mean, it is J.C. Penney, but it was a grand step up from what Kmart had to offer.
Mhm.
But yeah, just an absolute. They swung for the fences.
Yeah, they
They
did.
really
miss
did.
you,
They
Kmart.
went for it.
Yeah, I mean Sears just died like a fart in the wind, but Kmart
I miss you, Sears.
that went down swinging.
Yeah. it
We
did.
had a shopping mall when I was growing up that was the anchor stores were Sears, Kmart, and then there was one called Prangies that
Mhm.
became I don't even remember what that turned into, but those were the anchor stores. So I spent much of my youth in a
Mhm.
Kmart and a Sears. My mom worked in the Sears for a little while. My first eye appointment ever was at the Sears optometrist
Oh yeah,
because
When I was
that was the
growing
great
up,
thing about Sears.
when I was growing up, I was told that when when you turn 18 and you have like a real person job, you get a Sears credit card.
Mhm.
Yes.
And this A helps you build your credit, but B, literally anything you need. Like you
Yes.
need a dress to go to a wedding, you need tires for your car, you need, anything for your house. It doesn't matter what. Like you need a craftsman tool, whatever. You can get it at Sears.
Man,
Love Sears.
I'm just
Big fan
sad
of
all of a
Sears.
sudden. Like the thing Sears tried to do, they did some ad placement in Man of Steel, and then they
Yeah.
died.
Mhm.
They gave it a go, but it just didn't work. I
Sears.
miss department stores, just wandering
Yeah.
aimlessly, looking at fridges and tools and computers and cameras and pants.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, anything you wanted. What a joy that was. All right, it's time to get into another bubblegum commercial.
No little cinnamon gum freshens breath longer than Big Red.
So kiss a little longer, stay close a little longer, hold tight a little longer, longer with Big Red. That Big Red freshness lasts right through it. Your fresh breath goes on and on. While you chew it, say goodbye a little longer, make it last a little longer. Give your breath long-lasting freshness with Big Red.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's
Dang.
good stuff.
Don't kiss somebody with gum in your mouth.
No,
don't,
It's
but-
not gonna work for you.
No.
Amy, you said extra was your gum. Big Red was mine.
I
was a
do like
big
that they
Red
put
fan.
in the caveat that your breath will be fresh while you chew it.
Yes.
True.
After that, who knows what's happening?
Mhm.
But
After that, you're on your own. But while you're chewing the gum,
yeah,
Man,
that's
what
the
a-
kissing gum.
What a long ad for a piece of gum with a jingle that just it works. Man, I just love this. This is the best show
It-
we've
the-
done.
the fact that gum commercials were like a whole
was a
subset
whole
of
thing.
commercial advertising.
were
it's
like-
just about chewing gum.
Yes.
Right, and it cost nothing. It was 49 cents for a pack of
Right.
gum.
Yeah. Yeah, super duper cheap. All right, now this one. You want to talk about one that lives rent free in your brain? Here we go.
Imagine a world where time drifts slowly. A world where music carries you away. Experience Pure Moods, the perfect soundtrack for your way of life. Direct from Europe, this multi-platinum collection has won the hearts of millions. Set adrift with the timeless pleasures of tubular bells. Or take a trip into the unknown with the X-Files theme. No other collection gives you the feeling of Pure Moods. To order Pure Moods, call the number on your screen or send check or money order for the amount shown, plus shipping and handling. Rush delivery available. Call now.
Okay, this commercial is what happens when you fall asleep with the TV on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But okay, all right. So we were a big, like, we loved Enya in my house, like outside of Pure
Yeah.
Moods. And I feel like I'm going to talk about my father a lot. But we used to listen to Orinoco Flow a lot, and he would, because there's that part where it gets like really quiet right before the boom boom, and he would turn it way up so that it would be very loud when it came back, and it was not relaxing. He did not get the Orinoco Flow. But man, I very recently went looking on like Apple Music and stuff, and I'm like, please, I will pay money. Like, I will, please give me the Pure Moods compilation. I need it now more than ever. I didn't need it then. I do need it now. I need Tubular Bells. I need the X-Files theme remix, and I need all the Enya I can get. She retired and moved to a castle with her cats.
Yeah.
She's doing it correctly.
That's how you live your life. What I love about the commercial is the blue screen at the end with the phone number on it. It says no
That lives
CODs.
rent free in my head just as much as a commercial.
So many different iterations, like so many commercials that had that screen at the end where they had the 800 number.
Yep.
They had how much it was plus shipping and handling. You had to send in like check or money order.
money
no
order.
CODs.
No CODs. It's like, what's COD? I remember asking my mom, what does COD mean? Cash on delivery. Oh, like you pay them when they bring it to you? Like,
And
oh gosh.
Definitely just
I don't
looked.
know.
Pure Moods is on Spotify.
Is it really? Yes.
Oh, I don't use Spotify, but I will make.
Yeah.
There's an exception, Pure Moods.
I'll make an exception.
There's so many of those songs I've never listened to the whole thing. Like that one where it's like sad, dimma. Like that part all by itself. That's that song to me. I've never heard the whole thing, but it just that lady's face is just living burned into my retinas because they ran the commercial every 30 segens.
I've never listened to Enigma, but I've heard Enigma so many times because of the Pure Moods commercial.
Right.
They're still collecting royalties on these songs.
Because I was looking for some other music compilation kind of thing like that, but then I found Pure Moods. I was like, nope, we're doing this one.
Wait, there's a version of the Twin Peaks theme on here?
Oh,
that was playing right at the end of the commercial.
Yeah.
They got
Amazing.
everything. All right, we're gonna do another one here. Let's go. This is an oldie.
They sure work hard, don't they, Barney? Yeah? I hate to see them work so hard. Yeah, me too. Let's go around back where we can't see them. Gee, we ought to do something, Fred. Okay. How's about taking a nap? Hey, I got a better idea. Let's take a Winston break. That's it. Winston is the one filter cigarette that delivers flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend. Yeah, Fred. Filter blend makes the big taste difference, and only Winston has it up front where it counts. Here, ahead of the pure white filter. Winston packs rich tobaccos specially selected and specially processed for good flavor in filter smoking. Yeah, Barney, Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
The Flintstones has been brought to you by Winston,
America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Oh gosh.
Okay, but how many doctors recommend it?
Yeah, right.
Right.
9 out of 10 doctors recommend Winston's. They've filtered.
They're filtered.
That is still to this day the only song I can play on piano is the Winston Cigarettes theme song.
Amazing.
My cousin taught it to me when I was like 6, and it's just I never forgot it. I can still play it.
I had to put that in the list because it's so alien to number one, cigarette commercials in general. Because by the time we were watching TV, they were already outlawed. You couldn't do
Out. I mean, because
cigarette
I remember Joe
commercials.
Camel for sure.
I remember print ads, but not video, like television commercials. But like the fact that there were television commercials at all for cigarettes, and then it was the Flintstones advertising them. I mean, that would be like the Simpsons advertising Marlboro cigarettes today.
Yeah.
Or in the 90s or whenever. But
I
just
remember
the
having
idea of that was crazy.
I remember having because my sister, my older brother and sister are 17 and 18 years older than I am. And at one point they smoked. They were not allowed to smoke in the house. They smoked outside. I made my sister stop smoking by going outside with her one evening to get some fresh air and pretending to smoke, and then she quit cold turkey then and there. But I do remember they'd gone to something. I don't know. And they came home and it was like a water toy, right? Like, like the kind of things where you had to get, but it was Newport cigarette pack, and you had to get the little cigarettes that were floating around into the cigarette pack. I have a memory of this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
It was
my.
very difficult.
My grandmother smoked a lot. My mom smoked a lot. Dad smoked a lot. Salem menthols was our choice at our house. Smoked so many, they sent in those plastic wrappers on the cigarette for proof of purchase. Got a dang double inner tube. Said Salem on the
Nice.
side. I love taking that thing to the pool. It was a double inner tube, like a big guy. And it was blue and green, just like the Salem package. It was awesome. I'll never forget. It was the best time ever at the pool. All right, here we go. Bubble gum.
Get your ski shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Take a sniff, pull it out. The taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna move ya. Your juice is soft, it gets right to ya. Juicy fruit, the taste is gonna move ya.
I had to throw that one in. That one
You see-
was
Go ahead.
the summer camp I worked at in Dahlonega. We had a thing where after dinner we would do what's called singing on the porch, and we sang all kinds of different songs. And this is one of the songs we did. And we did the hand motions, we sang it, and then we got through. It's like one more time, and then we'd sing it again. And specific version with the skis and stuff. I was looking at it. There's different versions talking about different activities, but this is the one I remember.
The skiing one is the one I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I remember too. Juicy fruit. The only gum that had flavor that lasted less time was Yikes Stripes Fruit Stripes.
Oh, Stripes.
I was gonna say that's why we don't have a fruit stripe gum commercial, because the flavor did not actually last the duration of a commercial.
Nope,
No, I had Juicy
You know
Fruit
that.
maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Like I got a pack of it, and I was like, "This is great. This is gone. I'm now chewing plastic." It was just instant. It was absolutely incredible.
Like you spit it out right after you threw away the wrapper.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
How about we set some holiday cheer with this next commercial? Short, sweet, to the point,
Classic.
does the job.
Absolutely
Still
classic.
runs today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does
You
it
can
really?
still see that commercial
Oh,
running
yeah.
in commercial breaks around the holidays today.
Oh, wow. Well, when they do one right, they do one right.
There's no
Yeah.
reason to mess it
Mhm.
up. Like,
Yeah,
and at
it's
this
perfect.
point, all you got to do is remind people that like Hershey Kisses exist, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't need to do any more than that. You're just like, there it is. Remember?
Yeah.
Right. And you're
Yeah.
gonna get them because if you're gonna make peanut butter blossoms,
It's true.
and you are.
You have to have them.
You have to.
All right. Let's go to this next one. I'm excited about it. Let's go.
Clap off, clap on, clap off, the clapper.
The Clapper is now available at all Hills department stores, Phase Drugs, and Wegman food pharmacies.
That was short but sweet. Did the job.
Incredible.
That's
All right,
made an appearance
so-
in a TV show or a movie I watched recently. Oh, Uncle Buck. The Clapper was in
Oh,
Uncle
yeah.
Buck. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
watched it,
Yeah, yeah.
and it claps in like the whole neighborhood. Just every alarm goes off.
Mhm.
You think the smart home thing is a new idea?
No,
Right?
no,
No,
this is
not at
what we
all.
were doing.
Yep.
Who?
This
Anybody
is-
have a clapper growing up?
My grandma
No, I
did.
didn't.
Yeah, we never did. No, nobody I knew had one.
My grandma
Now
probably
every
did.
light in my dad's home is hooked up to their stupid Alexa.
Right?
I like go to like
Right.
turn a light on, and they're like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Don't touch
Living
it.
room on. Living room sofa on. And I'm like, oh my god, I simply can't. I'll never feel like more of a Luddite than when I have to talk to turn the light on. I'm like, no, I simply won't.
That's why I have smart bulbs. I just put them on a timer. They just turn
That's
on.
fine.
They turn
That's
off. I
great.
leave them alone.
That's fine.
We turn on everything with our voices around here. But I don't say
Exactly.
light on. I say turn on the light. Or sometimes I yell if it doesn't hear me the first time. I get angry. Turn on the light. And then today we were yelling at our TV so much and it wasn't listening. And I said we're not gonna be the family that yells at every electronics. Like I immediately turned my kid was yelling at it, my wife was yelling at it. I started to yell at it. I was like, the remote is right there. I can turn it off.
Yeah.
Let's stop yelling.
It's not like
I
when you
can't
had to
handle
get
it.
a smaller sibling to go up and turn the dial.
Yeah, we have no less than 3 remotes that can turn on the television. We're yelling at it. It's ridiculous. All right, next up.
What's your problem? What? You want to sit? Crazy dog.
It occurred to me as that one was going on that this is an audio program.
It's
Yeah, it's
fine.
You didn't have a clue what we were doing. That was 7-Up. The cool
spots.
spot.
The spot,
uh,
the cool spot, and I mean, there was a video game. You could get
Yeah,
into
there
this
was.
game
Yeah.
spot.
I
It
played
was
it.
all right.
Yeah.
It wasn't too
There
bad.
were it for sure has California raisins energy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
Just a little guy.
It was California raisins. It was 7-Up spot, and then the Noid
yeah.
Domino's pizza.
I was going to say the
Yeah.
Noid game was better than the spot game.
Yes,
It
it
was.
was.
The Noid game was good.
The Noid was great. All right, we're going to finish this thing up with another. We've got one bubblegum commercial and then our final commercial. We're coming to the end of the wire. It has been a joy. How about some bubblegum?
A double pleasure's waiting for you. A double pleasure from Double Mint Gum. A double great feeling, making you realize Double Mint's the one for you. Double fresh, double smooth, double delicious to chew. A double pleasure is waiting for you. Double Mint Gum. A double pleasure is waiting for you.
Amazing.
That one was different than the double mint gum I remember.
Yeah.
I
I remember the like yeah.
Yep, there were definitely a lot of those. A lot of those double mint commercials. over
Double
the
Mint
years.
just made me want to eat more than one piece at a time.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
they
yeah,
had
no.
to. You had to do one, and then 15 seconds later, eat the second one, because
Right.
much like Juicy
Right.
Fruit, that was
Yes,
gonna
I was gonna
vanish
say, it was
pretty
like right
fast.
behind Juicy Fruit.
JF says finally twins can mate with twins like God intended. That's pretty great. My wife's uncle, great uncle, actually was a twin that married a set of twins. Like they were,
Oh
they
my
were,
God.
yeah. It was wild. They were the sweetest people. But yeah, that was a choice of a commercial for sure. Twins got
Mhm.
twins at the casting call. You know, you just have to look
Yeah.
all right, and there'll be 2 of you.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're going to be in a double mint commercial. All right, y'all. This is our final one that was submitted by us. But I've had a good time, and I think we could
Heck yeah.
easily do this again. There's a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
lot of commercials out there in the world. So let's
Oh,
let
definitely.
Sports Center take us away.
With the year 2000 approaching, we're trying to make sure the software here at Sports Center is Y2K compliant.
Y2K test in 3, 2, 1.
Oops.
More from the NBA and an NFL trade right after this.
We definitely have a few bugs to work out, but we'll be ready.
Follow me! Follow me to freedom!
The This is Sports Center commercial
Yep.
campaign, that
Yeah.
ad agency was genius. And to this day, if I listen to an LA Dodgers game on the radio, because I think Charlie Steiner is still doing LA Dodgers games, when I hear his voice, all I see is him with a tie around his head and face paint carrying a lantern telling people to follow him to freedom. It's they were such a good bunch of commercials. Like that one was one of the more unhinged ones, but they had like, and they went for years.
My favorite This is Sports Center one is David Ortiz is in the offices, and I forget who he's with, but he puts on a Yankees hat, and Wally the big green monster is there, and he's just staring, and he just Big Bobby just goes, Wally, no. And I say it a lot. I say, Wally, no. Because he just put on the
If
hat.
streaming services would advertise their own services like that, I
Yeah,
would
that's
appreciate it.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those-
dude, put in the
just
work.
Every one of those. Like there's an Albert Pujols one where he's working with a copier and somebody comes in because his nickname was the Machine. And they say something about that, and then he leaves, and then the copier starts talking to him. And just so many. But that Y2K one was always my favorite.
Oh, that was so good. And
Always.
I think we mentioned it last week, that Terry Tate campaign, Office Linebacker.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Office
I
Linebacker.
just watched all of those. Like,
Yeah.
you spilled it. We still say that at home, like the coffees, we're making the coffee. You spilled it, Joe. You make some mo. Just just the best. Yeah, man, that was 30 different commercials brought
We
to
could have
you.
gone forever.
Oh,
I
we
thought
could
of
have.
so many. Like while we were doing it, I was like,
Oh yeah, so many more came flooding back.
Oh yeah, because I mean we ran the gamut. We had old commercials and newer commercials. The whole, I mean, it's kind of cool to go back and see just how different ads were then to what they are now. Now they're so much more
Right.
targeted and so there's ads you may never see. Back then, the best thing they could do was like time their ads. So Liberty Medical ads were going to play at 10:30 during Price is Right.
yeah, when you were homesick
sure.
from school.
Yeah,
having
and
ginger ale
then
and-
900 number ads were going to play at 12 midnight.
Mhm.
You know,
Yep.
you
Yeah,
just
they were.
had, and then everything in between. Nickelodeon, you had Captain Crunch commercials all day. You know,
yeah.
it's so they had to split up how they advertised and who and what their strategy was. Now, I mean, you get ads on the internet wherever you are, targeted to whatever
Yeah.
you're doing.
That
It's
was
kind of amazing.
my mom. My mom worked for a local TV station for a little while in the traffic department, which wasn't traffic like driving around. It was scheduling commercials. It
Oh,
was
wow.
when commercials would be scheduled, what they would use, where to fit the time, and all of
Mhm.
that. That was part of what she did. So, yeah, because there were rules. Like there were rules about what you could play at certain times, but also you would try to match it to your programming blocks. And
Yeah.
it's fascinating.
Yeah. Very, very cool. But that's something we've been wanting to do for a really long time, and I'm glad we did it. I had an absolute blast collecting these commercials. If you listen in audio, go check out our YouTube channel at
Yeah.
tudorks.net/YouTube. You will find the video because all of these will be there. I hope that they're not muted because I don't know how we're going to do.
I mean, they were all on.
They were all on YouTube, so they all
So
should
it should be fine.
They should be fine.
You can watch me lip sync with every old jingle. It's
Yep.
just burned into my brain instead of like math.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, those other things we could use didn't work. But we are taking, what are we doing, like a month-ish?
Yeah,
off?
something like that.
Something like that.
Taking a little time off.
Yeah,
Recharge, reset.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a little bit of a break because I know Amy's got Ake Willow season 8 currently coming out. So you should definitely subscribe to that if you're not right now. You should. We got all kinds of stuff going on. You can see Audie's wonderful art on mine and Travis's show, 24 FPS Presents, talking about Fast and Curious. There, we just got our Fast and Furious episode 9 comes out tomorrow, or 10, Fast 10. I can't remember. I can't. It's a long time
They
ago.
all
And
blur together.
They all blur together. But that show's coming out. Audie, you got anything going on right now? You looking for projects?
Oh, I am always up for projects. Definitely send anything my way.
Yeah, let's get Audie some stuff to do as well during this break. Not that he's not busy. Audie's always busy with things. We're all busy. That's why we're taking a break so we can get some breath. But thank you all for being with us, and I'll try to schedule some shows to rerun during our little hiatus so you can hear some stuff that you might not have heard before. If you want to talk to us while we're not here, those are the days show at gmail.com. We're still going to be there. We'll still be on Blue Sky at thosedayshow.bsky.social. You can find all of our social media links on our show notes. And hey, send us an email, send us a voicemail, wish us well at voicecast.app/thosedayshow. You'll find all those links in our show notes. And until next time, we will see you all. But for now, we'll be back after these messages.